Population 1 by Andrew Hawnt. The journey has been long, but it needs to be undertaken. I look down at Vas and scratch him behind the ridges that line his head and neck in lines of deep red. He looks at me with that beautifully odd mix of feline understanding and canine affection that is the norm for his species. My metal fingers only register the feel of his soft fur in the most rudimentary way. "Are you okay, Jim?" the muscular, alert animal asks me. "I'm fine, Vas," I respond, my lipless steel mouth doing its best to synthesize sincerity. "It's just such an occasion. I waited so long to hear that beacon signal, and we're almost there. Strange thinking of the person I was when I arrived here." Vas stares down at the valley that stretches out for hundreds of miles. Our vantage point atop the rocky side of Mount Harina gives us a clear view of the remainder of our journey. Somewhere down there is a beacon, calling to me from home. "Come on," my companion says, and leaps down from the rocks and onto a lower ledge, his body moving like the lions I remember from home. "Let's get down there and find it. I know this is important to you." I follow, using my multi-purpose staff to steady my robotic frame as we go. My senses are perfect, as are my reflexes, but having the staff makes me feel more human. Funny how things like that can connect you to the person you were, no matter what changes. I track Vas through the undergrowth at the base of Harina, sparing a glance at the cyan skies of Garin 4 so my internals can recalibrate and check on time, weather patterns, approximate Earth date and current location. I wonder what the weather is like back home. I stop and Vas turns to me, those wise black eyes understanding me more than should be possible. My face shows no emotion, as I haven't had skin for so long. My human consciousness lives on, but the flesh has long since been replaced. My current form is stronger, faster, and certainly more durable than my original body, but clambering through increasingly thick vegetation, I must admit to missing the feeling of the muscle strain and my lungs burning for deeper breaths. Hours pass as we search, Vas using the gifts of his species and me using the sophisticated sensory arrays that were built into me by the sentient machine known as the Gathered when it saved my consciousness from my broken human body. Darkness falls, and after so long searching for it, we arrive at the modest crater where the beacon has landed. I kneel beside it and see the red glow of its pulsating light dancing against the chrome of my limbs. I glance to Vas and note he is watching me more than he is looking at the device. I set my staff aside and kneel by the beacon. I lift it from the crater and examine it. An activation stud is flashing. I thumb it. Vas moves back a step as the holographic message leaps up from within the beacon, the logo of EarthCorp revolving in the air before us. Vas growls. "They want you to go, don't they?" "I don't know, Vas. It's been so long. Why now?" The message flashes to a date in the transmission data, and I understand. "Captain James Thomas of the EarthCorp Exploratory League. This is President Garcia. I pray that this message finds you well." "Who is she?" my canine-feline friend asks me. I bask in her image for a moment. Her olive skin, her almond eyes, her sleek hair and strong demeanor. Leader of my people, as they were. "We've located your homing beacon, Jim. We're sending a med drone to your location to bring you home. Man, you really had us worried." Her image flickers in the air as a sing-jay flutters through her projected form. "We've missed you. This beacon was sent ahead as a relay. The drone will follow it within a week or so. Come home to us safe. Do you hear? The med will put you in stasis and get you back here where you belong." My attention wanders to the sing-jay as it flies off to join the others of its flock above us, moving across the sky as it changes to the azure of night. "Will you leave me, my friend?" Vas asks solemnly. I glance at him and back to the device. The beacon found the remnants of my crashed ship on this world, the same remnants that the Gathered used to build my new body when I died. That's what the beacons followed here to bring me home. I close the message down before President Garcia can tell me more. I can't go back, Vas, not now, especially not now I've seen this. "But they may be able to give you a human body again," comes his reply. I set the beacon back into its crater, pick up my staff and stand. The servos in my limbs are silent, much more efficient than the bad knees I had when I was skin and bone. Since I awoke here, I've wondered how long I've been away, and the data in this message has answered that for me. Baz, there's no world for me to go back to, not how I remember it. That message took over a century to get here, but you have always lamented being alone, the only one of your kind on this planet. You could go home. I raise the staff and thumb a command into it. Crystals at its tip spin and glow, firing a pulse of energy at the device and blowing it into blackened shards. The red light goes dark. I listen to singjays as their song rains down across the valley. Distant rains fall. Animals cavort in the hidden depths around me. I look to the sky and know that soon the now ancient med drone will pass over, ignoring the calm of Garen 4, while it looks again for the beacon's signal. It won't find it. I'm already home, I tell my friend. We leave the crater and head back through the jungle. I don't look back.